Hey guys, the Supra's been missing something for a while, and we got something special from Lowglow that's going to change that. Let's open this up and see what we got. Ooh, special Christmas packaging. There it is. Right, let's see what we got here. Thank you so much for supporting what we're doing. Can't wait to see you lighting up the road with us. Awesome, special note there from Jordan. So we got the front set here, side, rear, and this is the controller module thing, and some Scooby snacks, which I'm going to eat right now. Probably not a good idea while I'm on camera, but got a wire harness, more wire harness, some little sticky mounting tab things, and zip ties. Also got a bunch of stickers. These are going to go on our sticker bomb table. Oh, those are cool. I don't know what this is, so we're going to open it and see. We just talked to Jordan, and this is actually going to go on the sides, and the LEDs are going to go behind it, so you don't actually see the LEDs themselves from the side of the car, which is a really big OCD thing for me. I hate when you can see the LED strip on the side of a car. Like, this is going to hide it. It'll make it really, yeah. So I've been thinking about getting underglows for the Supra for a while, and I finally pulled the trigger, and Lowglow was definitely the top option. All right, so the first thing you need to do is look at these tiny little arrows. They need to all be pointing in the same direction around the entire car, so whenever you turn on the chasing mode, they all go in the same direction, so you don't have some that are going the wrong direction. It's a tiny little arrow right here. So we're gonna lay these all out around the car like I've already done. We've got the sides, which are the longest ones. There's 2 pieces for the front, another really long side, and then 2 smaller pieces for the rear. Next thing, I'm probably just gonna get under there, clean with rubbing alcohol, and then put up this little diffuser strip thing in places where you would normally be able to look straight in and see the LEDs themselves, which I hate. I think I already mentioned that. But yeah, let's get to work. Let's get to cleaning and sticking. Find a good flat spot to put them. I think I'm just going to put them right on the inside edge of the carbon side skirt. I think that's probably going to be the best place, and it's probably going to stick there the best too. I could stick it to the plastic back here, but it's kind of a rough texture. 3M doesn't typically stick to a rough texture as good as it does a gloss texture. So let me get some rubbing alcohol and clean it up. Next thing I'm going to do is get a lift, so I don't have to lay on the ground and do stuff like this all the time. This is a show car most of the time, but it still gets really dirty on the underside, so if you don't want your lights falling off and dangling down the road, make sure you clean it really good. Yeah, that's gross. All right, so I popped this little thing off, which gives us really easy access to the connection where I'm going to make the power connection. I'm not doing it in the trunk because that's where the battery is on this car, and for me it's impossible to get to because of my air setup. I did find this little plastic tab thing. It's like right up here, and it just popped right out. I'm going to use that as the access hole, and I'm going to hide the wire harness and the module and everything down in this little cubby hole because I like clean installs. I don't like a bunch of random wiring going over the place. It would drive me absolutely insane. So what I'm going to do is fish some of this high heat fiberglass insulated wire sheath over the positive just to make sure it doesn't get worn on the connection coming out of the hole there. I'm going to put some heat shrink on the end of it, and then when I fish it through, it's going to come out of this little hole right here, and it's going to connect underneath this little piece here, and you won't even see it. All right, so fiberglass reinforced sheathing, and then a heat shrink with glue in it on the end, and then just going to heat up the end here. Now this part's going to be really hard for you to see, and it's really hard for me to see too, but I'm going to find the hole. I'm going to stick my pinky in this one.
That's what she said.
So we've got the wire through there, and there is a perfect spot for a ground here. It's already a factory grounding something else, so I'm just going to connect the black wire inside here to that ground, and then we'll have power. We're going to test out all of the lights and make sure we have them all the right direction and everything, make sure they're all working right before we actually start sticking them underneath the car and getting them all situated and everything. So let's finish connecting this, and then we'll move on to the lights. All right, so I've got the positive connection here on the battery terminal, and then I'm going to snap this thing back on in place, and you're not even going to see where that wire was. Pull it down just a little more. Snap, and I think that one snapped on, but yeah. Here we go. And all you see is that one black wire right there that just blends right in. It looks great. It's good enough for me. All right, so now I gotta somehow sneak my head down in here so I can see how to get to the grounding wire. And then I'm going to shorten this. This is the wire that goes to the module box there. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. It doesn't need to be this long for my installation. There we go. Don't need it to be that long, so then it's just positive, negative. It goes into the box right there. All right, these go in here. So ground is black. But then once you get that in there, use a little screw on the bottom, tighten it up. That didn't work. Let's try that again. Maybe I need to loosen it first. So loosen these little screws in the bottom first. It opens up the little teeth in there. And then, ow. Get this back straightened out. Okay, now we can put it in there. So ground is black. That's tight. And then red. Power on this side right here. It's in there. All right. So this is a little switch, which I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. May just put some zip tie around it and then hide it down in there. I don't know if I'm going to need an on and off switch or not, or if the app's going to fix it, but we'll find out. Now we're going to start wiring up the actual lights, and then we all have to get one lead up to this box. Okay, next we're going to connect the other power lead here, and this is going to go down to the lights themselves. We're actually going to wire this up around the outside of the car to make sure we've got all the lights the right direction. Okay, so on the top it has the colors, makes it super easy for you to put the right color in the right hole. It goes in there. Okay, that one's in. Next is yellow. And we do have the fuse pulled just so we're not working with live wires and stuff right here, just to be safe. I don't want to blow fuses or melt anything before we even get it on the car. Okay, that one's good there. And then the last one goes in the fourth port, which is red right here. Give them a little tug. They're in there good, and there's no wire showing out the edge of the box, so that's good. All right, now we're going to pretty much test out the wires, the lights outside the car. Are you recording? Okay. All right, we've got all of the LEDs connected all the way towards the back. So the connector splitter at the front connects both of them, and the arrows go all the way following the back of the car. They all connect together, and I've got the fuse put back in, and we're about to test to see if they all work. 3, 2, 1, go. Nice. Oh, those are bright. We did this to make sure that we could see that the colors are flowing into the next strip of the LED, so the patterns all follow around the car, and it looks like it's all right. All right, well, I mean, the wiring and everything is done, so I guess the next part is to start sticking these under the car where they go, and then kind of out the wiring all the way from the bumper all the way up around into the quarter panel, and then up into this little cubby hole right here. So let's get doing it. I'm gonna take this big plastic piece off so I can hopefully run the main wire down to the bumper there somehow. We're gonna see. As you can tell, these are not your traditional plastic pop clips that break every time you take them out. If you want some of these, then hit us up. Okay, yeah, never mind. That is actually connected, so it does have to come off. This wire right here has to make its way safely and invisibly through here somehow up to there. So, I don't know, let's start poking and fishing and see where we can get this wire to go.
Some time later.
So far we have the whole front finished. We used some of the little plastic clips with zip ties to hold the wires up there. I was able to use a hole that was underneath the front lip to route the wires through, so it's really nice, clean, tucked. You can barely even see. Come over here and look. This is where the main lead comes, and I've zip tied it to this harness here, and then it goes to what's the box thing called? The relay box, whatever the box is that's in there. So this is the wire that comes from the side up through the fender. Then we use these things to zip tie it in here. These are all going to be hidden. Just want to make sure it's, you know, up here, out of the way. It's not going to get pinched or burnt or anything. Then it goes here. I put one here just so you can't see it through the vent, and then it goes down, and then we got the whole side piece on here. That was the easiest side to put on. Just stuck it on, and I put the diffuser along the side of it. Definitely use the diffusers if your LEDs come with them. Highly recommended. It's a lot cleaner design. So we've got this whole side done, and we've just got to figure out the back, which we're gonna do that last because we're still not really sure what we're gonna do with the back yet. But we're going to move on to the other side, and I'll probably do a time lapse to show you how we do all of that, repeating what we did on this side. right, we have got it just about completely finished, but I wanted to show you one thing. So I have the diffuser on the passenger side, and I don't have it on the driver's side yet, but I wanted to show you the difference. So we'll get down close and show you what you're looking at. If you're seeing the car from like far away, you don't want to see all of the LED strips. At least I don't like to see all of the LED strips. You just see the light that it puts out, you don't see the strip itself. So on this side, I've got the diffuser on, and on the other side, I haven't put it on yet. And if you're looking at it from far away or from a lower angle, then you're gonna see the LEDs themselves, which I think looks tacky. There you go. So we're gonna go ahead and throw the diffuser on that side too, just to clean it up. And I had to do some really funny custom work in the back to get the lights to have a good spot to mount, because there's really nowhere underneath here that has a flat angle to mount the lights in the back. All right, so I'm underneath the car, and you can see I had to fabricate a titanium bracket to mount the lights to, because there's really just a bunch of open space from where the factory exhaust was. The Tomeis don't really have anywhere, they don't get anywhere near this area, so I don't think it's going to be a problem with just the tip getting too hot next to the lights there. But these are actually Mitsubishi Evolution Evo 8 and 9 valve cover heat shields that we make. These are scrap pieces that couldn't be sold, so I turned them into mounting brackets, added a little more titanium to the car, and used it to mount the lights on it. If anyone is installing a Lowglow kit on their A90 Supra and wants some of these brackets, I have a bunch of these that are scrap that can't really be sold as the product they're made for, and I'll give them to you for really cheap. If you need them, let me know if you think this is cool or if it's ghetto. Doesn't really matter to me, as it's gonna look really cool, and it's more titanium on the car. So I don't know, let me know what you think anyways in the comments. All right, we finally got these lights installed. The hardest part was figuring out how to mount the lights in the rear, because I have a different diffuser than normally comes on the car, and there just wasn't anywhere to put them, but figured it out, used some titanium, made it really cool, and I love the effect. The app is downloaded. I got the switch on in the car. Let's turn it on and see how they look. Ooh, I love it. They look so good. I've got it on the auto mode right now, which just goes through all of the different modes, settings, different colors, patterns, all that kind of stuff. And you can do solid colors. There's 200 different modes that you can do. Really happy, really excited about how it came out. It looks so good. I'm excited for the next car show to show off the Lowglows installed. Go really good with the headlights and the lit logos, JEC logo in the side windows. So overall, super happy. Another huge shout out to Lowglow for hooking us up with an awesome kit. Definitely the best on the market. Installation should be a lot easier if you're not OCD like me. I made sure to hide every single wire and put everything in the perfect place, and it came out great. So thanks for watching. Make sure to hit the thumbs up, like and subscribe, and leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. So we'll see you in the next video.